Lord. Girl, are you good?
This is like deja vu, like I've seen this before.
You've been here before? I want to cast Modify Memory.
You'll have to excuse me, I seem to have lost my awareness for a moment. I really cannot thank you enough for rescuing me back there.
Of course. I mean, it's rough down here. You gotta watch out for each other, you know?
I was lucky for you to run into me when you did. I will be sure to pass on my best to Bondrude.
Whoa! Real adventurous? My name's Prishka. Papa said you'd be coming. This is so exciting. There's so many of you. What happened to your arm? It's so hard.
That's what she said.
Can I touch it?
Said. No, that's creepy. You're 14. Stop. Get away from me.
But it's...
So it wouldn't be if he was a babe or she was a babe.
What is... I don't get it.
So you must be Ballers and Bagpipes. I hope Prushka extends you a very warm welcome.
I thought we were binkers and bonkers.
Have you ever had a dream that you could do so, screw it. It's Ballers and Bagpipes.
All right. We are going to start in a dream sequence. It's not Istis. And I am going to ask Galadriel here, our resident kind of main character of this arc, if she would be willing to take on the role of another character.
Sure, I'll try.
I think it'll be not too difficult for you. This is your dream, Galadriel. As you cuddle up with Nanachi, you have a dream in... What's the best way to describe it? It's like second person point of view. And it is that vision you had earlier when you saw Edofront. You are in this dream, you are looking from the perspective of somebody that is being carried by Adriana, clear as day. So you're like in her arms, and she is running. You are going to be playing the role of Adriana, and in this current situation, you are running towards Edofront. Somebody you care very deeply about is gravely injured. They were actually attacked by a stinger head earlier, and the poison in their body is starting to fester pretty wildly. So you're running towards Edofront, and you rush up the stairs. The doors close. What do you do?
The doors closed to the town.
Yes, like remember how there's a giant sort of like rotating gate thing going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna start banging on the door with both hands and screaming that I need help.
Okay. The person that opens the door is Bondrude. Although, as Adriana, you do not know this person yet. You've only heard about Bondrude from Odin. And he opens the door and he says,
Well, hello. What seems to be the match? Oh. Your friend needs medical attention.
Yes, he was like stung or by a stingerhead, and I think something's like poisoned in his body, and I just don't know how to help him. Her.
It's fine, I never specified. Follow me, quickly.
You are led into one of Bondrud's operating rooms. And you're seeing this. Your perspective is from this person in Adriana's arms, right? And so you sort of just look upwards as you see hanging lights, flickering lights rush by. The faint sound of Adriana and Bondrud's footsteps echoing throughout the metallic corridor. And you are lowered onto a cold metal bed. And you hear some rustling, and you turn to look at Bondrud rifling through some equipment. And he takes a small syringe and extracts fluid from an arm. And he injects it into a device, which gives him a readout. And he begins preparing some other stuff. What are you doing, Adriana, during this time?
I'm just pacing back and forth, asking Bondrud if she's okay, and is he done yet?
What is it that you said your name was?
Adriana.
Adriana, I have some difficult news. At this point, the poison in your friend's system has developed to the point of no return. The only thing I can do now is to ease her death.
Oh no.
I am very sorry.
Is there anybody else I can take her to?
We are the only civilization within many miles this far down in the abyss.
I guess, yeah, just make it comfortable for her. And I'll just, if it's okay with you, stay by her side until she
That
passes.
would be helpful.
And so you're hearing these things, right? And in your dream, you start to feel yourself dying or whatever. And from your perspective, you turn to Adriana, who is kneeling down by the bedside, holding your good hand. And you tell her, everything's gonna be all right. There's always a new tomorrow. And Adriana, tears are starting to flow. And she just says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you. Galadriel.
Okay.
Galadriel.
Yes.
Galadriel. And you are waken up by Nanachi, who's just going, Galadriel, Galadriel, you're choking me.
Sorry, Nanchi. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Took a drink of something and went down the wrong throat. Throat, like coughing and trying to talk at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Nashi. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I was having this really bizarre dream, and I thought I was dying, and
I was gonna ask, are you okay? You're sweating a lot.
I don't know. It was so strange. I was dying, and Adriana was there, and there was nothing she could do, and she was crying, and was poisoned, and I just felt like it was so real. I was like, felt the air just coming out of my body, and then I woke up to strangling you. Sorry. Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. I felt like I was there, looking through Adriana's eyes at myself, and it was intense.
Galadriel, I'm gonna let you make a decision. Who in this party do you think is closest to Galadriel? Not physically, like, relationally, I guess. Who do you think cares most about Galadriel?
Say Isarya.
Isarya. Listen, Ganondorf, all you've done this campaign is like be extremely murderous and callous. So
Right, there's no relationship in this other than you got close to me and we may have slept in a bed together. But did nothing.
You denied him,
Alright.
actually.
So I
Yeah.
guess physically speaking, Ganondorf is the closest.
Isarya.
You can't. No, we didn't sleep in the bed together. I denied it. So.
Isarya, Galadriel, you wake up and hear sounds of Galadriel screaming, and you rush over to her room.
I'm kind of winded a little bit, but also
How long was the run?
I have little legs. And I get like, I jolted up and I'm like kind of breathing a little heavy. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Thinking something's happening, and kind of bust through the door and be like, Galadriel, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm gonna shake her a little bit, but kind of just I don't want to get punched or hit or anything. Or
I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm sorry. Did I wake you? I was having a really, really bizarre dream, and it just felt so surreal, and I woke up and I was strangling. How do you say?
We don't have to talk. Okay, well, I mean,
I'll turn towards Nanachi and look.
I'm fine. It's. I guess she just had a really bad dream.
I'll wipe the drool off my face.
You can go back to bed now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
No.
to wake you.
It is morning time.
Oh, is it?
You guys have had like rest, so it's not like in the middle of the night or anything.
We got the long rest.
You did get the long rest, yes.
Did I
Long
get
rest
long enough?
confirmed.
That's
Up to
good.
you.
No, I did not get woken up.
You heard it and you're like, she's fine. Just go back to sleep.
You want to find a place somewhere to get some breakfast?
Yeah, and then we can talk more about what you dreamt about.
Yeah.
If you want.
Should we wake the others?
Looking at Ganondorf. We're like, sure, let's do it. I want a creative way of how to wake them up, though.
Okay.
Well, better think fast. DM training.
I'm just gonna kind of look around, see if there's anything that will make the loudest noise possible.
You're putting the foot on me now, huh? Okay.
Well, I don't know where we're staying because I did not
Oh,
watch the last hour or two.
True. Yeah, I can give you really quick. So you are in the research lab / facility of Bondruid. In case it wasn't clear, you're there willingly. He did not capture you or anything. He didn't kidnap you.
Okay.
You are there of your own accord. The rooms you in are very dull. Everything is just pretty much just like metal. There's really, really basic furnishing. But they're kind of like cold metal chairs, no cushions. There's like sometimes a rug. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I think there's like a tray where these little sort of energy rations were kept the previous day in the room. Just like a broad aluminum tray.
Taking that aluminum tray, looking for the heaviest object to hit it.
Probably Ganondorf. Just
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my bag of holding, and I'm gonna go stand over Ganondorf and Odin's bed. If we're all in the same room, I'm not sure.
You're in different rooms, but you know where they are.
Okay, then yep, Ganondorf first. I'm just gonna start banging my bag of holding against the aluminum pan.
You didn't want me to punch you.
He won't be able to reach me. Bang
Ganondorf?
really, really fast, and then I'm gonna run out before he even notices it.
That's awesome.
And I'm just gonna do it for the rest of them.
You're giving me good ideas.
Channeling my Bad Girls Club.
I'm going to.
What does Odin do?
I'm going to, as soon as I start hearing her banging on the thing, I'm gonna draw my sword and swing it at the tray.
Yeah, no, you freaking cleave through the tray. It's in two separate pieces now.
Thanks, Odin.
What
I'm just
is
gonna
going
bang
on?
both of them together.
That's awesome.
What the heck is happening?
Good morning,
Who
rising
is making
shines,
such a
sunshine.
giant ruckus around here?
I'm like, Humphrey, a little help, please. And he's gonna clear his throat.
I'm gonna cast silence.
And he's
On
was
Isarya.
gonna sing. Wait. Aww.
And as you say that, nothing comes out.
I'm sorry, it's gonna look like she's talking, and she's gonna get me
While this is going on, in walks Prishka, who happily trots down the metal corridor you all are now in. Isarya, Prishka is Bondruid's adoptive daughter. She's like 14-ish years old. You got a glimpse of her in the preview.
Okay.
And she is carrying a tray of those energy rations that you guys saw the previous day, and she's like, "Good morning, everybody! I brought you breakfast."
Is she in my silence
we can't
circle?
hear her either.
Or
Silencer goes 20 feet. You know what? She's like outside, and she's like, "Good morning,
but we can't hear her, right?
No. As soon as she stepped in, it's just muted.
I'm gonna
okay.
rub my ears a little bit and be like, shake my head like, serves you right. Wake me up.
I need something to break her concentration. I'm trying to think.
I mean, you could use your fists.
No!
You have weapons.
Yeah, I'll totally take a swing at Flinty.
I just like slap her. What do you guys do? Or we can sit in the silence orb for a bit.
I'm gonna grab a piece of whatever energy ration and just eat it in silence.
Ah,
And like
it's a
sigh in
pun.
relief.
You get it? Because you're eating in silence, like literally in silence. That's
and I'd be like, this is nice. Even though it tastes like nothing.
Sorry,
So can I use? Actually, I'm not gonna. Never mind. I'm gonna use prestidigitation, and outside of the silent circle where Flinty is, I want to make some faint musical notes to distract her and make her break her concentration.
okay. I guess Flinty's rolling a wisdom save.
Wisdom
Please
save.
please make your daughter a castle. It's very distracting. What is the music?
Hot cross buns.
I like big butts. Oh.
Oh my gosh, can you play it in tune? Damn it. Now I can't have my quiet breakfast.
I like cross buns and I cannot lie.
Whoa. I woke up and this music sucks.
Did you guys sleep
Oh,
well? That was
breakfast.
weird. I don't really know what's going on.
Oh, you brought us breakfast.
Yeah. You want
Did
some?
you eat?
I'm about to.
You should eat more.
I kind of get full after one. They're kind of made like that. You should try some.
Are these good for us?
Oh, they must taste good. I'm just gonna take one and eat it.
Didn't you have one yesterday? Okay, I guess you forgot. Yeah, they taste like cardboard. Oh, you didn't. They taste like cardboard. But you feel very satiated.
Can you make these taste any better? With your magic spell.
We'll make a taste less cardboardy.
What's cardboard?
It's like wood. Come out of trees into a box.
Oh.
So I think the thing I bought from Fantasy Costco came in a cardboard box.
I haven't. There's not a lot of trees down here. So I guess that's why I don't know what that is. Anyways, what do you guys want to do? I can remind you again of like why you're here in case you forgot. But you'll have to explicitly ask me. I'm just gonna assume that you remember.
So, Pushka, is there like a way for us to get into the 6th layer or something?
Oh, the 6th layer. Come back. I don't really know a lot about that stuff. You probably want to go ask Papa.
Yeah, can we have a meeting with him?
Yeah, I can bring him if you want.
Is there like another way to get to the 6th layer? Out of just curiosity.
I don't really know anything about moving in between layers, to be honest.
Be nice to you.
Yeah! Yeah, Papa's really cool. And he's super awesome. He lets me do a bunch of stuff. He doesn't like me leaving, though. He says it's too dangerous. Okay, well, I guess I'll go get him.
He must be very busy. Are you sure he's just
He's always super busy. I don't know, but I'm sure if I ask nicely enough, he'll come.
You know what your papa does?
What?
Do you know what your papa does?
Yeah, he does like experiments and stuff.
Experiments like what?
Like science things.
You know
Oh.
what kind of science things?
I mean, he says that a lot of it is about the curse and stuff. Sometimes he lets me join and we do stuff on animals.
I'm gonna clutch Humphreys.
Hold me tightly and never let go. Pershka runs off, and you guys have some moments to yourselves. Hey, Galadriel, Eragon, thanks again for yesterday.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, seriously, stop being mopey.
No, it's not that. I'm just... Are you not worried or concerned?
About?
Being here, personal safety, that sort of thing.
I mean, as a person that really runs away from his problems, I think I am taking a step forward in the right direction here, okay? We need to stop being worried about every single thing, Nanachi.
Nanachi, listen. I probably got knocked out more times out of anyone here. You know, try to be a better person. But sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for the greater good.
You all
but the last time you did anything like being a good person and all that, you were trash talking Galadriel about how much Adriana sucks, and then you immediately got like kicked in the ass like twice.
I mean, listen, she's trying to save one person when we're trying to save the whole world.
You all are very
What's
sweet,
more
but I was more talking about like strategy, not like the whole philosophical side of things, but like
now
that we're here, yeah.
I mean, you could have just opened up with that bitch.
I mean,
was
Bonjour. Hey, shut up.
You also
shut up.
interrupt.
Hey, be nice. Apologize, Eragon. Apologize, Eragon.
What? Oh, no. That wasn't an insult, trust me.
What? So it's a fact?
What? No. You know what, guys? You don't talk my language. I'm leaving.
You got something good, kids.
What's
I understand.
Alright, what do you know about Bonjour? Like, his, being good at killing people and stuff in combat?
I mean, I have to imagine he's pretty strong if he can survive down here and establish this whole thing, but I've never seen him in action myself, if that makes any sense.
Nanachi, do you know why we're trying to go into 6th layer?
Star Metal.
I mean, from what you told me, Star Metal and Adriana, right?
Do you know why we need Star Metal?
I guess you never
To make a
told me
car.
that. I don't know what that is.
It's a thingy that, like, transports us into other dimensions. A vehicle.
So we're trying to go to another dimension so we can stop an evil being from destroying reality as we know it. That's why we're trying to go into 6th layer.
So we need to find where Ergion is, and we need to find the Star Metal, and once we do that, we can get the hell out of here.
The Star Metal being far more important.
We need to find out how Bondrewd goes back and forth between the layers, because he's went down further into the layers before, and we need to come back up. So that's what we need to talk to him about.
Alternatively, we can pay someone who can go to the 6th layer and come back and just bring us the Star Metal that we need.
Regardless, that being said, I, for one, also, I know what it's like, Galadriel, but it's just on the topic of transportation.
Yeah, Nanachi go to the 6th layer? Is that a thing?
I mean, okay, yes, technically, right, through that whole elevator thing, which I don't want to relive that again, but that was a hole specifically dug for that. It leads to nowhere.
Is there any Star Metal in that hole?
You're really gonna ask me if I remember? The answer's no, but thank you.
Oh, that's too bad. Guess
Okay,
we'll
wait,
have to
so
find another way.
is there any other way to get to the 6th layer? Like, do we know? Or do we need to find that out first?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we don't, we know at least Bondru does.
So we interrogate him.
Why don't you just ask nicely? I mean, he's probably very powerful. It's better to have him on our side.
Okay, hear me out. We trick the child into asking.
That sounds risky. I think we
Well,
kidnap the child and disguise somebody as
What
the
is
child.
wrong with you?
Oh, this is like safer from Bondru, because like Bondru experiments on children. I like that thinking.
I mean, why would just disguising as the child make you safer? We know what he does to children.
We make
Yeah, if
it
anything,
safer
that'll
for
make
the
us-
child.
Yeah,
At the end of the day,
that's
he's
a good
probably
idea, Odin.
he's gonna experiment on that child. You know that, right? Like, literally, Mitty called him Papa before, and look what happened to her.
I agree with you. I'm on your side, but like at the same time, I have a bleeding heart, you know that. But I also wanted to say, because you guys have already done so much, we're not here for Prushka. I would want nothing more than to also help her, save her, whatever her situation is. But I cannot overstate the risks you would be putting yourselves at.
You think we can take him out?
100? Why?
We've changed our... Having since come here, maybe it's my own fear chalking up to it, but I don't know if you guys are strong enough to do that.
I don't
And
think
that's-
it's useful to us if he's defeated. We need his information.
Well, no, we'll use him and then kill him.
Well, the issue is that there aren't any trees to deal massive damage to Bondru, so...
Say less. Say less. We can grow a tree right here.
That's true.
Oh my gosh.
I just think we should be careful. Whatever it is we end up doing.
I'm on
Welcomed us in
killing
with open
Bondru.
arms. He was expecting us.
Yeah.
Like
I'm on killing Bondru here, but we should like get more information out of him and know his weaknesses.
I like that plan of thinking. Milk him for any information he has. And then, if you guys think you can do it, we can talk about assassination. Just promise me you won't do it in front of Prishka.
I can just modify her memory. It's fine.
You're something else. You're something else.
Oh, thank you.
And you hear familiar footsteps of Prishka, who's like, Papa says he'll be coming soon. You guys look so sad. What happened?
I don't look sad. Do I? Wash my face.
Your Papa... nothing. Your Papa just kind of looks intimidating to a frontier, that's all. Can you like ask...
Why?
Can you like... cause he looks unapproachable.
What do you mean?
And,
You look like everybody else down here.
and scary to this child. Can you like make changes to him so that he looks less scary for this child?
I don't know if I can do that. And then Bondry walks in at that exact moment.
Yo, can you like stop scaring Nanachi? You look intimidating.
Good morning,
Good morning.
ballers
Thank
and
you for your
bagpipes,
hospitality.
or I suppose bingers and bongers, as my lovely
you, like-
daughter has told me.
Can you like wear something that makes you look like a dad or something like that? You're scaring Nanachi.
Whatever do you mean?
You know, just like a shirt or a sweater, or you can like get a mug that says like the world's best dad. You know, I'm just saying I'm not really getting any dad vibes from you. So
Well,
you're scaring Nanachi.
I suppose I could put on a sweater if that would make you all feel more comfortable.
Yeah, that would be cool.
All right. Bondry comes back with a red sweater that says number 1 dad on it.
Now, I was told that you had some questions for me.
Yeah, we're curious about this place and what you do. And we heard that you want to figure out how to go deeper.
Ah, then you heard right. Any questions in particular? I wouldn't want to take up any of your precious time, of course.
Do you know how to get deeper and come back?
I do indeed.
Oh. That would be very useful for us. We're looking for star metal.
And our friend.
Well, the answer might be more complicated and difficult than you would desire, but come with me.
Sure.
And you guys see Bonju, I guess, stand up from the chair he was sitting on, and he briefly, stops by Nanachi, who's, I guess, behind you, Isarya, and he bends down and like gently grabs the pendant that Ganondorf put on Nanachi.
Now, what is it that we have here? Is this a gift?
Drop it.
He does not listen to you. Do you want to do something about it?
No
That's
touching.
That's Nanachi's gift from us. Don't touch it, or else you're
Is it
stealing.
now?
And stealing is a
Please
crime.
let go.
Nanachi, is it alright if I look at this?
So you know almost your life is in danger.
Just ask yourself a question.
Don't listen to him.
Like a deer in headlights, Nanachi does not move. And Bondrewd very...
Interesting. What is it about this pendant that is so important to you?
It's hers. And you actually didn't give her a chance to respond, so you shouldn't be taking anything.
Isarya, why don't you go ahead and... What do you want to roll here? What do you think makes sense?
I wouldn't say intimidation, because I'm not trying to intimidate him.
It could be a physical roll. I'm going to tell you that Bondrewd's going to try and wrest it from your grip.
I want to say, oh, Bondrewd, wait, don't you think we should get a move on? I really love to see your work. You've done such fantastic things here. I'm building this whole Edo front. This place is wonderful. I'd really love to learn more about your work.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. 21. Okay.
Should I still roll something? I don't know. I don't know what to roll.
I suppose you're right, Flinty. Very well. It does look nice on you, Nanachi. Come with me.
And you are led outside. But not like so in this map, you're actually led to the center, which is another open area. And before you see this huge, like, football field diameter, swirling pool of water. And there is a jagged path that leads to the center where there seems to be some... Frozen grapes are very good. Speaking of grapes, there is an eyeball-looking thing in the center. It looks more like a container. There's like where the pupil would be, it's just like a green gelatin-like surface. The rest is sort of this white. It has like weird venous-like protrusions off of it. It looks like a robotic eyeball thing. Not robotic, alien technology, if anything. And you guys are sort of standing, and the sound of rushing water is overpowering. Bonjude has to kind of speak up so you can hear his voice.
What you see before you is the elevator to the 6th layer.
That doesn't look like an elevator.
Indeed. It was here before I was, which is quite a feat considering how long I've been down here.
Must be ancient.
You look like it too.
Is it made of steel?
It is not made of any sort of material that I am familiar with, if that answers your question, Wheelie. Now, of course, the tricky thing is, in order to operate it, one must be in possession of a white whistle. And so, I'm afraid, unfortunately for your lot, your journey ends here. Now, Galadriel, I know what you're thinking. You have a white whistle. But you see, the white whistle you have is not yours. I suppose none of you know what white whistles are for or where they're from.
No.
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 You see, white whistles can only be used by their original owners. And that, of course, is the reason why yours will not work in your possession. I will admit I'm... A fine question. I will admit I'm a little surprised Ozin didn't tell you anything about this. Although I suppose her personality is not conducive for constructive conversation.
That is correct. She was a real bitch.
A white whistle nonetheless. You see, friends, white whistles are a gift bestowed to those who are worthy by the abyss itself. Now, of course, you may be wondering, what sort of feats would I need to perform to obtain this? I'm afraid you are sorely mistaken in this line of thinking. You see, it is not what feats you must perform, but what you must give up.
What are we talking? Like a book or like health-wise?
You see, in order to create a white whistle, it requires a sacrifice of a person's life. Now, none of you look barbaric, but whatever your thoughts are, not any sacrifice works. In fact, it requires the death of one who is fully devoted to the owner's desire to go deeper, a love so deep and so powerful that they would be willing to die for their cause. Now, who, I wonder, would have been willing to die, and did, for Adriana?
Is it her dad? Is it her mom?
Are you waiting for me to come up with somebody?
Not necessarily, but
Is it her grandma?
Was it me?
there's not really a good way to say this, is there?
No.
Which is why I find it so curious that you're standing here right now.
Huh. So Galadriel died?
I don't know, I guess.
Dani?
Unless
I
this is
mean,
one
are
of
you
the unless this is one of the Abyss's tricks. The person I saw was very much Galadriel.
I had a dream that matches exactly what you're saying. But I'm right here,
I would
alive.
very much love to see why. Well, in any case, you have this knowledge. I suppose you can attempt to manufacture a situation where you obtain a white whistle, but believe me, it doesn't work. Whatever you heard from me, the one that I sacrificed was completely willing.
Pondred, do you know if there's star metal down in this 6th layer?
I do indeed.
Would you be willing to get us some for a price?
And find my friend for a price?
I'm afraid the latter falls beyond my own personal goals, and to be honest, I am interested in neither. If you wanted to offer me an exchange, it would have to be a very good offer, because I have no use for either Adriana or Star Metal.
Do you have
Body-
use for children?
I mean, what about like bodyguards to go from the 6th and 7th layer?
Well, you see, they do not have white whistles.
You seem to be in need of bodies. Souls, perhaps?
I have no particular need for persons.
Wait, so
Interesting.
all of us need a white whistle in order to go to the 6th layer?
I suppose that's not true. You only need one to operate the elevator.
Yeah, so like, why don't you come with us to the 6th and 7th layer, and we can like guard you on whatever stuff you're doing.
Wait, so if we
Are there
can't go
any-
to the
On
6th
like
layer-
the condition that you won't hurt any of us.
So you're telling me to go down with you with no personal benefit?
I mean,
Interesting proposition.
Do you
well,
need
why
any
you're going to?
materials
Well,
for
that's the
your
whole
machine?
reason you.
What was your question?
Go ahead, Jarius.
Well, you built Eater Front for a reason, and it's to like set up a base on the 5th layer so you can go to the 6th and 7th layer, right?
Precisely, and I have done so.
So what do you want to do after that? Like, if you're not intending to like explore the 6th and 7th layer for
Oh, I
like
fully intend
more
to explore
information
those
on the
layers,
abyss and stuff like that.
but I have no intention of going with you.
What is your ultimate goal, Pondred? Perhaps we can work out a deal if I understand what you need, what you desire.
Let me respond with another question. How willing are you to know the truth of the abyss?
I'd be very willing.
I mean,
You
yeah,
see-
go for it.
Star Metal.
You may have heard from my subordinates that the wildlife and fauna have been acting erratically recently.
Mhm.
Creatures from deeper layers appearing in more superficial layers. Increased hostility. These creatures know what humanity does not. At least, not until recently. Every 2,000 years or so, the Abyss undergoes a change, or rather, a repeat of its cycle. The town of Starfell up above is about to become the new first layer. Every 2,000 years, the Abyss absorbs what is directly above and extends itself, in very much a way a living organism seeks to prolong its own life.
So when is the next cycle?
Well, roughly, I suppose now to be 195 years.
195, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That seems like enough time for Starfell to, like, move out of the area, isn't it?
Indeed, but you see, with each repetition of this cycle, the hunger of the Abyss grows stronger. In some more 100 cycles, we may see the complete absorbance of the prime material plane itself.
Wow. Are you trying to stop this from happening? Is this a good thing for
Indeed.
you? You are.
This is... I... very much like yourself, have no desire to save the denizens. Well, let me rephrase. I have no emotional connection to the denizens up above. But I would very much enjoy to continue seeing all the discoveries and developments this world has to offer. And I can't do that if I were not here anymore. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
You think this,
Saving
like,
the
whole...
world is a bit of a side effect from this endeavor, but
But you
makes
think,
no
like,
difference
this...
to me.
But you think, like, this whole Abyss thing might have been, like, Eradol's doing or something like that?
I remember an Aradol for some 1,000 years ago. It is not of him, although I would not be surprised if he had some interest in its abilities either. Regardless, those are my reasons. You see, I have nothing to hide. At least, not overtly.
Insight check.
I mean, this is, like, out of topic, but are you also willing to save the world for Pushka? You know, your daughter?
I would happily sacrifice the world for her.
Isarya, he is telling the truth, like the truth, about both his motivation and Prushka.
That seems strange. So, like yourself, I have no concern for the denizens of anyone, really. However, you would sacrifice your whole world for Prushka. Who is she to you? Why is she so important?
To tell you the truth, I do not fully understand these emotions myself.
Oh my gosh. I haven't
All I
related to
know-
anyone more this whole trip. I'm glad I met you, Bondred.
What I do know is that they are real and they exist. Prishka, you see, she is not my biological daughter. And regardless of what you may have heard about me, she was not from the surface world either. She was born to 2 Umbra hands under my surface, and they unfortunately succumbed to the curse on an expedition. Prushka, ever the curious child, when she was about 5 years old, wandered a little too far from home. She was recovered by some Umbra hands, rather deformed. Some of them even suggested putting an end to her misery. I am not sure for what reason I did so, but I decided to take her and care for her.
Wow.
She has grown remarkably since then, and I suppose whatever emotions I have for her have grown as well.
That's remarkable. Like yourself, I usually don't feel anything for anyone, but I created this flesh golem once, named Bob.
Really?
Yeah, and I had such huge feelings for Bob. I think I actually felt love. But then he died in battle, and I was devastated. It must be like you and Prushka.
I suppose it is. Although I suppose you wouldn't be interested in exchanging notes, would you?
Yeah. We should explore our psyches together. That sounds fascinating.
I suppose that would be interesting, but I was more referencing your creation of this flesh golem.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm not really sure how exactly that worked, but I do have this book that tells you how to do it. Using body parts and things, but it takes quite a long time. I haven't tried it. I haven't had time to try it yet.
Flinty, you appeal to me.
Likewise.
I have an experiment planned for tomorrow morning if you would be interested in joining.
As a subject or an observer?
No. As an observer, potentially a helper.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Excellent. I will make the necessary arrangements.
Tomorrow morning?
Well, in any case, were there any other questions? I was told you had many.
Well, continuing on with like Pushka, she kept talking about wanting to be an adventurer slash late whistle over stuff like that. What are your thoughts on her dreams?
I support her ambitions fully, but I think you would agree that right now she is much too young to be pursuing such dangerous activities.
I don't know.
Drip-fed.
I don't know. I became a rogue at like 10. I was captured at like 5 for 5 minutes. I think she could be pretty.
You were captured when you were 5?
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
By who? Your brothers?
No, like the cult of the evil flame or something like that. The ones we killed back at Elysia.
You were 5?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
Like, I think I'm 20.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Perhaps you're right, Wheelie. I suppose she does need to build up experience at some point. Perhaps I will accompany her on a trip through the 5th layer at some point in time.
We're also like adventurers, so we can shadow. She can like shadow us on how we fight. You know. Of course, you can I guess come with us to watch over her.
We can all go to the 5th layer together. 6th.
That is a generous offer that I must refuse.
Wouldn't you rather have a bunch of people to go with you and her to help protect you guys? Or would you rather just you and her? Like,
I would rather have people that I trust. And as friendly as you all are, I don't think I can say that I trust you.
fair enough. What about,
Likewise.
do you have a lot of people to come to your aid that can go down and come back up?
Indeed. At least 100 strong. Specifically 167, but the number can change day by day.
They all have white
The
whistles.
Abyss is really not
They do not
how
have
many
white
people you
whistles.
guys are.
Then how can they go down?
With
Back
me,
up.
of course.
Oh, I see.
So, like, we just need to test. So, do you want us to test us in, like, combat and stuff like that?
No,
You know.
nothing as barbaric as that. Is that what Odin did?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
if for, like,
it.
yeah, it's like, for the. Is that gonna be, like, for the 6th layer? We can, like, show just how powerful we are.
I'm nothing of the sort. I am a scientific man. Although I suppose man is a rough way of putting it. Say that again?
How many people can you take down at a time?
Well, it is a... It isn't the largest vehicle, but I suppose if you were to attempt to fit as many people as possible into that sphere, roughly 40? I've never tried. It gets uncomfortable quite quickly.
Another advantage of being a halfling.
This is true.
Well, I think I learned enough, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow morning.
Of course, again, I am not here to dissuade you in your quest. I am just simply providing the facts.
Is there anything, any recommendations for what we could do today? Anything you need help with?
I mean, could we give you some healing potions or blood pack or
Blood pack.
rations? I don't know. Or rations, to pay for your services for you
I
to
have an
take us down
idea.
there and come back up? Or to work the
Oh.
elevator?
That is no worry. You have already paid in full.
I have an idea. What about cooking? Does everyone just eat the nutritional supplements here? Like, do people like tasting things? Sorry,
we have
that
no
was
need for these Type 4A energy rations that I've created are completely suitable for one's daily needs of nutrients. No one would
Right.
protest to food, of course, but it is just simply less efficient.
I understand the efficiency angle, but what about morale? Maybe some good tasting food would improve morale.
You would be surprised. Morale is quite high here, but
Interesting.
if you so desire,
That's interesting. I'd love to learn more about how you keep morale high.
how did you pay in full, you ask? Well,
Yes.
you brought me something I was looking for.
What was that?
Nanachi, of course.
Didn't say she's sane.
Right.
Well, I believe that is up to Nanachi, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Indeed. Well, unless there are other questions.
Well, Nanji did not answer. Nanji, what would you like to do?
I will give you some time to think that over. Just know we are more than ready to accept you back onto our team, Nanachi.
I can vouch for Nanachi. She saved our life back in the 4th layer. Had a nasty run-in with those porcupine creatures. Shot me in the leg.
I do want to point out, it's interesting you refer to Nanachi as she, because during this entire time here, we were never able to discern her sex.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Their sex, excuse me. In any case, I will take my leave.
Wait, why do you want to turn people into furries?
Oh, you must be speaking of the blessing.
So, what's the blessing?
Yes, the blessing of the abyss. As you can tell, Nanachi is a wonderful example of this blessing. Truth be told, I do not know why it takes the form that it does, but I would assume it has something deeply connected with the very nature of the abyss itself. Notice how it gave Nanachi more beast-like features, similar to those beasts that natively dwell this ecosystem. And I'm sure Nanachi has told you about how they are able to navigate the curse. Obviously, it would be a huge boon if someone on our team, or if even I, had this blessing.
And how come you haven't been able to replicate that?
Well, in much the way that the creation of a white whistle requires the death of a loved one, the manifestation of the blessing requires that a very specific phenomenon occurs, where two who are close to each other not only descend from the 5th to the 6th and experience the curse, but also the effects of the curse are completely shunted to one. Given these extremely specific circumstances, you may be able to understand why it is difficult to purposefully elicit it.
That's fucked up.
So you're saying that if someone who loves you so much must get hurt in order for you to receive the blessing?
Not only that, but somehow the effects of the curse are directed to a singular person. Well, I hope that answers any questions you may have had.
It did. That was helpful. Thank you.
All right. Bondru leaves. Yeah. So that's sort of the information given to you.
So we all need to pair up, and one of us gets the curse.
Oh my gosh.
That's for the blessing, and the other one's going to die.
Yeah, did you see what happened to Mitty? Sorry. I shouldn't laugh. You guys have feelings?
It's not the blessing that you guys need, though. It's a white whistle. And somebody who can use one.
So, Adriana's in the 6th layer? Do we know that for a fact, or we just don't know where she is? Because if we have her whistle, why don't we just find her?
I believe it has been established that she's moved beyond the 5th.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's an interesting idea. Hadn't thought of that. Now that's a good reason to save Adriana.
Right, but she would be below this layer where you need the white whistle to go down.
Right. But maybe someone can bring her back up, or maybe we can summon her back up
Right.
True.
That's fair.
Well, if Nanchi decides to stay and go with him, then he said that we're paid in full to go, and he's gonna help us. So, but if she doesn't, then we need to come up with another way that we can help him or figure out what he'll be satisfied with to help us.
I've been
Or we have-
thinking about it. If you guys use me as a bargaining chip, I may be able to convince him to at least let you go down.
That's kind of big of you. But, like, you probably don't want to do that. You have other options.
Yeah, you can like see the curse, so that would be very useful. And also, you're a child, so that's also a no.
Listen, I don't even know how long it's been. My brain is no longer that of an innocent kid.
Yeah, I mean, where else is not
seen too much and experienced too much. I know he's not gonna hurt me. Just promise
we can get
me.
him back on the way back.
That's what I was going to ask. Just promise me whenever you're done doing whatever it is you need to do, that you come back for me.
I mean, if you really want to.
I really don't like this idea, but
I don't either.
yes,
Honestly, where do you want to go? Do you want to go back to the surface?
I know I don't want to be here, but I also... There's no chance of me getting out unless it's with... you guys, probably. You're my best chance at this. And also, if what he says about the cycle of the abyss is true, maybe you can stop that too.
How do you stop the cycle of the abyss?
I don't think anybody knows.
Okay.
Not even
so he's trying to
Bondrewd.
find out?
You want a weapon just in case?
Oh yeah, let's teach Dynasty how to fight.
Well, I do know how to.
Right.
Right. I've done that. I know.
Wait, never mind. We were trying to teach Pushka how to fight.
Wait, we were?
Well, yeah, right? That's the whole thing about like teaching Pushka to be an adventurer.
I guess that's true.
Well, I guess that's also viable. So since she's going to be adventuring around.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know he's not gonna... He won't hurt me. I'm too valuable to him. And even then, because I know how the blessing works, he knows that I'm not going to be useful in that twisted elevator experiment ever again. There's no way I'm going to love someone that much just so they can go through that. I know it's a terrible idea, but unless you guys have other ideas...
I think I understand Bondrewd, but I wonder who was sacrificed to give him the white whistle. To build that kind of relationship as a psychopath is not easy.
That's what I'm trying to understand as well.
Did he come down here with anybody?
I wouldn't know. But I mean, even then, I don't know if it was clear, it's not just somebody who's willing to die, but somebody who's specifically their desire is for the target to go deeper. And, I mean, Bondrewd obviously does this whole twisted thing with his with these kids, but I don't think any of them are necessarily... what's the word? Sophisticated enough or developed a relationship with him deep enough where they would be willing to die for him to go deeper. So I have no idea where he got his white whistle from.
But what about Prushka?
But Prushka's not dead.
But, I mean, like,
He has a white whistle.
what's stopping him from getting, like, 2 white whistles, I guess? I don't know.
Why would you need 2 white whistles?
Back up.
Wait, does he? I mean, like, one for himself, right? Because if it's not his, then he can't use it?
It is his.
Oh. Well then, yeah, why would he need 2 white whistles?
Back up. You know, in case he loses the white whistle like Adriana.
I have a feeling Adriana didn't lose her white whistle.
Yeah, I think they took it off her dead body when they found her.
I
Or her body, or somewhere.
But Ozan said that she's not dead.
What if Adriana was the person who was sacrificed so Druid could go deeper?
That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me.
Secret lovers?
I mean, why else would she be dead but also alive, just like Galadriel apparently was dead and now is alive?
Why do you guys think that she's dead?
Adriana?
Yeah.
I'm saying she isn't because somehow she came back. Just like Galadriel somehow came back.
Galadriel, your whole thing going on is another story in and of itself, but regardless, there's not really much we can do hypothesizing. I'm going back to my room and I'm going to think for a while. If by tomorrow morning none of you have any other ideas, I'm gonna go through with my plan.
Okay. We'll meet tomorrow in here at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Wait, what time is my date? I mean, experiment. I mean, meeting with Bondru.
Early.
Okay. I guess I should be done by then. I don't know. Depends on how long the date, meeting goes.
I thought you didn't have feelings.
I mean, it's different. It's not like love. It's just like a feeling that like you have something in common with somebody and you want to be with them. I don't know.
Camaraderie?
That's what love.
Is that love?
Yeah, it's love.
Is when
Still
you
a
have something in
feeling.
common with someone and you want to talk to them?
Yeah.
You're feeling lusty.
No, that's like if like I see something and I want that. That's
So you're horny.
no. I don't know what his face.
I'm pretty sure that's you, Wheelie. Because he has the teeth and okay, that was a bad joke.
Of course, gotcha.
Oh, I get
Alright.
it.
It's
because I have horns and teeth.
I mean, other than that, I guess there's not really much you can do down here. I guess you can, I don't know, talk to people, but yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good night.
Well, it's not night, but
It's not
yeah,
night. So
we won't see you later, so good night.
that's true. That's true.
who wants to make a kitchen in here and cook some real food?
I think I'm gonna go try
I don't know how to cook. I'm gonna go look around.
Yeah, look for Bondrude and try to come up with something he may need as payment. So Nanshi doesn't have to sacrifice herself.
Yeah, we can do that. Does anybody want to go with Galadriel?
Yeah, I'll go with her.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just gonna look forward to my tomorrow morning.
I'm just gonna scout around to look for like escape plans of how to be different. So escape routes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like that. Okay, yeah. Ganondorf and Galadriel,
we're living in an abstract time now. At some point during the day, you meet up with Druid.
Hey, Bondred. Nanchi is leaning towards going with us. So,
Is
which
she
you said was
now?
her choice.
Are they now? Excuse me.
Are you sure there's nothing we can't do for you or find for you or
I am
services
quite
that you need?
certain that there is nothing more that you can provide than you already have.
With or without Nanchi?
With Nanachi.
She doesn't want to stay, and you said it was her choice.
Go ahead and roll deception.
Okay. My character sheet's being weird. Oh, there it is.
I have years around this facility, and I don't take too kindly to lies.
Who's lying?
You are treading a dangerous line, but, well, I can assure you I have no intent to harm you at this moment.
Okay.
100. When's the last time you had some fish?
Quite some time.
Would you like to have a fish dinner with me?
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
All right.
You propose something very interesting because I have no need for consumption of food. But I suppose it would be interesting nonetheless.
All right. So I'm going to bust out my Angler's Worldly Fisher, and I will give him the fishing tournament setup. So he has advantage on fishing, whatever.
So I am to fish for myself, as it were.
I'll just say it's a little friendly competition of strength.
All right. I
have
guess
advantage,
he's
so-
making survival checks. Well, he also has advantage? You gave him the tournament thing?
Oh, I guess we both have advantage. All right, yeah. Fair enough. You said survival?
To where do I cast this? Should I go outside or...
Oh, shit, what's my word again? Go fishing.
Power Rangers.
Hole. Go fishing hole. And then
It's go fishing hole?
go fishing hole and a fishing hole.
Oh my gosh. All right.
I don't remember the exact words. I'm pretty sure that's what I wrote down. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's
you
either
need to
survival
find
or
out.
it's either survival or nature, depending on your choice, pretty much.
I'm pretty sure you might need to find a water source for it, I think.
Well, if he creates because when he casts the line, it just opens up to a random water source.
Okay, I see.
I'm gonna roll nature.
All right, with advantage. Let's see how you do against Bondrew's survival with advantage. You both know. I mean, it's not a you both do well.
Yeah.
His is just like a little bigger.
Yeah.
I will be honest, I am Surprised, I still remember how to do that.
Like riding a bike.
I suppose it is one of those things you simply do not forget.
So then I need to cook this sucker. So I'll put the fishing pole away, and I'll make a small little campfire to cook these guys on.
Okay. Just in the middle of the building. Sure, I mean, it's metal. There's nothing flammable there.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's a controlled fire.
Okay, I guess you cook up the fish that you guys caught. And yeah, you pass it over. You pass one over to Bondrude. How does he do this? Okay, this is what he does. He takes your... Is it on a stick?
Yeah, it's the only way to eat fish.
Alright.
Sticks.
So you know how he has that like weird light of purple in the center of his helmet? He just like sticks it in there and it just keeps going in.
I'm just gonna sit in awe, like I was about to take a bite, and then I watched him do that, and I just
he just like pushes it through this helmet, and
Not only are you an adept fisherman, but quite an accomplished cook as well. My condolences to the chef. Condolences?
Compliments?
That's not the right word. Compliments, thank you.
I was like, condolences?
Condolences. You know, you just...
Thank you, Bondrude. It was,
Sometimes over the years, you mix up your vocabulary.
happens to the best of us. That being said, you could have meals like this more often if we were able to work out something together.
What are you proposing?
You can take us down and back up, and I'll let you have my Angler's Worldly Fisher. I can let you fish any spot you want, like we just did. You can have fish any time of the day, any time of the year, whenever you want.
roll persuasion. Whoops.
As tantalizing as an offer that is, I'm afraid this meal only confirms my understanding. It is simply too inefficient and stands in the way of quicker progress. These energy rations may not be the most appetizing, but they do what needs to be done in a short time frame. None of this cooking with fires and pots and pans and catching food. So I almost respectfully decline, but I appreciate your offer.
Okay, that's gonna put a wrap, I guess, on Ganondorf and Galadriel's stint with Bondrude.
Yeah. Can we
yeah.
ask him, like, again, if there's anything, like, magical we could give him, or, like, a weapon we could give him?
I think he just says sort of the same thing at the beginning. I'm gonna take your rolls, because otherwise you can just keep rolling and rolling until you succeed. I'm just gonna take that your attempts, all of your attempts are encompassed in those rolls both of you made.
Okay.
So both of you are unable to convince him.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna say that's probably gonna be any more convincing activities that can be attempted today.
Okay.
So
Just for Bondrude.
Yes, for Bondrude. Wheelie, you wanted to look for escape routes. Yeah. Let's have you roll. What do you think? I guess that would be perception, right? Or investigation? Might be investigation. Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check as you sort of wander around Edofront. Okay. The 14. I want to say you don't find like necessarily a hidden escape route, but you find sort of like they're floating on this like large body of water, and so you find sort of a docks where some boats and dinghies are situated. So that's like an option that's available, but I don't think you find anything particularly unnoticeable.
I'm gonna try and put a portal on one of the boats.
Okay. It doesn't work.
Oh, I tried.
Can't blame Wheelie for trying.
I'm also gonna like patrol around and see like the time and activity for like the guards coming in and out, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll. What would that be? Is it okay if I lump that in with the same investigation check?
Yeah, sure.
I think with that, you get like I would imagine this would have to be a whole day thing if you want to figure out their entire schedule. So you just sort of stalk the docks, I guess, and the path to the docks, and you ascertain like their general patrol routes, like general hours when they swap guards and stuff like that. I will say that it is pretty lightly guarded. It doesn't seem like they expect too many troublemakers in Edofront. So that's maybe like a max of like 2 Umbra hands.
I think we could take them.
If you needed to, I guess. You guys are very bloodthirsty. All right. Eragon, Eragon, Isarya, Flinty. Any of you three wanted to do anything during this day?
I think I was gonna take a nap.
Man after my own heart.
Can I find Prushka, like teach her about it?
You absolutely can.
I'm
Prushka.
with Nanachi.
What was that?
I'm just gonna hang with Nanachi.
Okay, yeah, that works. We'll do that after this thing then. So you find Prushka, she is sweeping some floors.
Prushka, are you busy?
Oh, hi, Miss Flinty. I guess. I'm almost done, though.
Oh,
What's up?
Oh, I was wondering if you wanted to learn how to fight. You wanted to be an adventurer, right?
Oh, yeah, that's like a thing. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I've actually been practicing a little bit myself.
Oh, really? Love to see what you got.
All right. I guess she holds up like the broom, and she does like some random kind of clumsy flourishes. Just kind of like, a kid.
How big is she compared to me?
That's a good question.
Is she smaller?
I don't know, because she's human. If she's not taller than you, she's probably about your height.
Okay. Dang it. I only have a dagger.
Are you gonna stab a child?
No, I was gonna give her my dagger, and then like maybe it would be the right size for her as like maybe like a sword, but because I have a rapier and a dagger.
I mean, it could be the right size for a dagger.
That's true. I'll give her a dagger. Be like, look, here's a weapon you can practice with.
She is in the middle of like a stance, and her eyes widen, and she drops the broom immediately, and she runs over to you. And she grips your hand. She's like, "Can I really have this?"
Yeah, but gotta be careful with it, okay? It's sharp.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a really big scalpel. Wow.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. You want to learn some tricks? Unfortunately, I don't have another dagger, but I have a rapier, and I
What
learned
kind
some
of tricks?
from my old master. Could teach
She's just like holding it like this, cradling it. A treasured gift.
I'll teach her some sword stuffs, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Have you ever used a sword at all in this
remember
entire
I
campaign?
got some rapier lessons. I have proficiency in rapier and longsword and short sword.
Huh. I just don't remember you using melee attacks ever. But I believe you. Okay, I mean, since you're proficient, I mean, go ahead and make an attack roll.
I'm not gonna hit her, right?
No, it's just like I'm just gonna use the roll itself.
Okay, hiya!
Oh! Wait, what do you do?
I slice the broom handle in half vertically.
That's extremely impressive. Yeah, I know. You tell her to toss it, and she just throws it midair. And while it's falling, quicker than the eye can see, you just strike the tip of your rapier through the length of the broom, and it hits the ground and then splits in half. Yeah. That was amazing.
Okay, now you try.
You're gonna all right. Well, she's not proficient with daggers or really any weapons, so it's gonna be a straight D20. It's a 3. I guess you pick up one of the split ends, and you just toss it. And she instinctively holds up, she guards her head instinctively, and just kind of it just kind of smacks her.
Oh, you gotta be ready for it. Wanna try again?
Ow. Okay. I'm ready. She has a small welt on her head.
Oh.
Do it again.
Okay. Ready? Go.
You spend time with Prishka trying to teach her the basics of using a weapon. It is adorable, and maybe she learned something, but she definitely is covered in a couple of bruises.
It's okay. If you take a nap, it'll get better.
No, it's okay. I had a lot of fun. I've gotten hurt a lot before in the past, so this isn't too bad.
Hope your dad doesn't get mad at me for that, but
I can just tell him I fell or something.
I guess it's up to you.
Well, this was a lot of fun. Thank you, Miss Flinty.
Yeah, of course. You're welcome.
Okay. Isarya, you gently knock on Nanachi's door, and you hear a, come in.
Hi, it's just me. I'll close the door behind me.
Yeah, Nanachi's just sort of, Nanachi is sitting on their bed, and they're going through their small bag of things, and they pull out a really, really small stuffed animal, and they're like, this was one of Mitty's favorites. Anyways, what do you need, Isarya?
Are you sure you want to stay here? I don't think it's a very good idea.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm terrified. But I trust you guys.
I'm just worried that he's gonna take you somewhere or put you somewhere while we're gone and we won't be able to find you. Or do something to you.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I've been thinking about it, and I was talking with Eragon and Galadriel the other night, and you said how the thing that keeps you going is your bonds and your relationships, and the reason why you're not afraid to do what needs to be done is because of the trust you have with each other. And sometimes, you don't really know what's going to happen, but if you just do nothing, then well, in any case, I've decided this is something that I can do.
Gonna stare at her really, really hard. And does she look sincere? Does she? I mean, do they
She
look
looks.
sincere?
Sorry, yeah. They look. Nanachi looks resolved, but scared. And like their like lips are definitely quivering a little bit while they say this.
You know that we'll find another way, right? We don't have to. You don't have to stay here.
I hope you do find another way.
Can I just insight check that? I want to see if she's I don't know, like I feel like they're putting on a brave face, but I'm
Let
not.
me just give you this. They absolutely are. And here's what you sense. They are fully resolved to do this. I think part of Nanachi is like wrangling with like the possibility of like saying goodbye. And they just don't want to vocalize that. They definitely do hope that you guys can find another way.
How about this? I'm gonna pull little Humphreys from my bag. And be like, why doesn't Humphreys keep you company until we get back? If we do not find another way.
Hey, little guy. Humphrey takes a deep bow.
He's Humphrey the First. First of his name.
Is it now? Very well. Humphrey the First it is, and from one furry being to another Nanachi, it is my pleasure to be your acquaintance during this time. Scuttles up your arm onto Nanachi's shoulder. He's kind of like a small Menya, huh? Oh, I guess you weren't here for that. Menya is Prishka's pet. It's this weird little pink thing.
I will say though, don't let Prishka get anywhere near him.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I told them all yesterday, but you were a little tired. I mean, she seems like a nice girl, but I still don't trust her. I was used to get closer to people before Bondrude experimented on them. And, I mean, maybe she's different, who knows, but I don't know. Maybe it's just bad habits. I'm a little wary.
Same. I mean, he's willing to die for her, and I don't know. I feel like he's willing to sacrifice anybody and anything for a greater cause, or for his outcomes or his works and stuff, but not her.
I want, something I've learned while I was here. Bondrude doesn't really lie. And because of that, he's pretty meticulous about the words he chooses. You may have noticed he says things in kind of weird ways. And so, he said that he would sacrifice the world for her, but I don't know if that's the same thing as saying that he would die for her. No offense to your friend Flinty, but what am I trying to say here? Bondrude may seem likable and reasonable, but with just the way he is, although he doesn't really lie, you have to really, really pay attention to how he says things.
Do you think he's gonna use her tomorrow?
I don't know. I didn't sense that from him. Even though I don't trust Prishka, I am worried about her. I guess if anything, if I stay, I can keep an eye on her.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, I guess Isarya spends some time with Nanachi. And we're gonna say that's the end of this day, right? Yeah? No objections?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No
good.
objections. Okay. Let's take a break. And we'll come back.
Cool.
Cool. Please turn on your cameras. I was just talking to Eternal's face the entire time.
You were talking to me.
That's true. You were there for a bit, and now you're gone.
welcome back. That's a new picture.
Hey, Joe.
Wait, Hey. I want to see if I have any pictures I can use. I don't know if I do, but
Is there any reason I can't toggle between anything besides the eternal name? I can't toggle to speak as Ganondorf?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Okay. I will mess with it afterwards then.
Yeah, I literally have no idea.
Okay. I didn't know if it was something on your end or if it was something just roll 20. Roll 20.
I mean, it may be, but like I haven't changed anything except for uploading music as far as I remember.
Is your character on the screen?
Yeah.
Can you
Like, I
control
don't
your
know.
token?
I think like he can. There's normally a drop down in the bottom right, so I really don't know. Maybe it just, I don't know, refresh the page or something. But
I'm not doing all that right now.
yeah, refreshing the page kind of takes a while.
It's just mine. Yeah. All right. No big deal. Carry on.
All right,
I think
we're waiting on.
Guided and Ryan.
I think so.
Here.
Oh.
Oh, that's everybody then. Okay.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
All right. Why did I turn that off? Okay. Very, very early morning. Flinty, there is a little. Hold on.
Did I get a
Knock,
long
knock.
rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Oh, don't come in, I'm naked. Get dressed. And then
Just
come
wanted
out.
to. You get dressed quite quickly.
Hi.
Just wanted to let you know that we are expecting you at the operating table. Not on the operating table, to be
Oh,
clear.
good. I was worried.
I want to reassure you. I was very clear. You will not be a subject.
Excellent. All right. I'll, I guess go over there or follow him. I don't know how it works.
You are led down the stairwell that Prishka said that don't go down that stairwell. Bondrude lifts up the chain that's like dragged across it, and he says,
Now pay close attention to my steps. We wouldn't want you succumbing to the strains of descent.
Oh, I know all about that.
and you follow his path exactly. Don't feel weird. And you're led to a one of the rooms down there. It's just sort of this like it's kind of like a I don't know if auditorium is the right word. You know, it's like observational surgery things. Observational deck, I guess. It's like
above the table.
Yeah, like old-timey where you could have, like, for example, in, like, medical schools, you could have students sitting all around, and at the very center is, like, the operation actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
You're led to one of those, and there are a lot of Umbra hands. And in the center, there is, like, a large cloth that's been draped over something. It actually looks like two seats facing opposite directions, and two vague person-like figures. One of them is kind of tall, and one of them is like roughly your height. They're not moving, and that's just sort of it's hard to make out. I actually don't know how you did that, but now you have that information. They're being covered by this large tarp.
And Bondrude says, Now we will commence shortly, but first I must have a discussion with Nanachi. If you would wait here.
Sure.
Umbra hands, if I am not back by the, let's say, 6:15, you may proceed.
And Bondrude leaves. We cut back to the corridor in which all of your rooms are located. And everybody else is asleep except for Flinty. And when Bondrude gets there, Nanachi actually walks out, and I have to roleplay two people talking to each other now, don't I?
Hey, I think I'm ready to come back. I have some conditions. Of course. It would be our pleasure to have you back here. The first one is that you help them go down to the 6th layer, since they don't have a white whistle and you do. The second condition is that you leave them alone and you don't hurt them. Oh dear. You should have specified that earlier. At this moment, it is 6:15, and Flinty, you see the Umbra hands look around, clock is 6:15, and one of them drags the tarp off of the center 2 operating tables. Strapped down, arms and legs locked with these metal things, and head, like their eyes have been blindfold is not the right word, but it's in this weird contraption. And also, like, pretty much completely naked are Ganondorf and Isarya. Both of you are drowsy, very drowsy, actually, very sedated. And you see a bright light enter just like your periphery.
Huh?
What do you do?
Are my hands bound?
Yes. So you know those like chairs where they have like metal cuffs that extend from the chairs and the legs? The arms and the legs?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that pretty much.
So like my hands are like at my side.
Yeah, they're on little armrests. Your torso is also locked into place. I'm trying to figure if there's like a good imagery. Do you guys know like Spider-Man 2002 Green Goblin sort of a thing? Okay, I don't know. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, all right, so
I'm just
are my hands touching? This sounds so weird. Am I
It's
touching
like you're in a
myself?
psychiatric hospital and you just had
Are my
a
hands on my body? Like
No. Like imagine you're sitting upright in a chair, and so your arms are on rests, and your legs are on the legs, but they're like clasped down.
Kinky.
Naked.
Yes, and you're completely naked. You don't see each other. You're facing away from each other.
Okay, I was like, I'm burning my eyes.
Yeah, no. Both of you have these like weird. Both of you have these weird helmets on you that pretty much obscure all of your vision, and both of you are heavily sedated.
how cold is it in this room?
Very.
Oh no.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Can I talk to the Umber Hands, or is it through a barrier and they can't hear anything?
You're in the room. You're like at the
I'm in
operating
the room.
tables. You're there.
I'll be like, wow, that's impressive. How'd you get those 2 in here without them making a fuss about it?
Flinty, get us off the fucking table.
Do we know?
Yeah,
that
can you
she's
say that?
here?
Can you say that slurred though? Everything, all of your senses are
slurred?
dampened. Yeah, because you're very sedated right now.
Uh,
Yeah. You hear, I think you're aware enough where you can like hear like, oh yeah, that's Flinty's voice.
so it's like my vision's all blurry too.
You're wearing a
effect?
weird, just imagine you're on a blindfold. Just imagine
Oh.
that. Yeah.
I can just hear Flinty talking and I hear other people talking.
Yeah. And hey, Ganondorf, remember that hallucination you had earlier? Want to see what's inside, what's inside, what's inside.
Oh god.
Fuck, I don't have. Oh shit, we're naked. I don't have anything. I can't talk to him.
Oh, man.
Wait, what are you guys trying to do with these folks?
They kind of just repeat that drone.
Want to see what's inside?
Yes.
And are the Umber Hands like hypnotized or something?
Go ahead and roll a this is weird.
Arcana.
I don't know if it's Arcana. I know it's a roll. I'm just trying to determine what exactly is the. I mean, I know what it is, but I'm trying to classify it into one of the rolls. I think Arcana is justifiable. It could be maybe perception. Probably.
Actually, I don't need to. Can I just assume they are, and can I just start singing, like what to see, what's inside, what's inside, and then
you can.
With that, can I play my counter charm just to see what happens?
Okay. Okay. I guess you're considering them friendly creatures.
Yeah,
so
everyone's friends here.
Yes, here's the thing. That's exactly what happens. One of the Umbra hand shushes you.
While that's
but
happening,
Yeah.
I try to do something as well.
Of course, that's why I asked you.
Okay, so I don't know how this is gonna work. So to use prestidigitation, I need to have a visual, and I need to have like a movement of my hand or something like that.
V is verbal, not visual.
Oh, verbal, and then S is
somatic, so hand movements.
So I guess I don't know like what constitutes a hand movement, because if I can flick my wrist up and down, that's still like a hand movement, right?
You can, you could probably cast prestidigitation.
So can I try and like light one of the Umber hands, like catch a cloak on fire or something?
That's gonna be pretty hard because you can't see. I am going to say this is your Warlock, right? Not your Gauntlet. So you're gonna go ahead. You're gonna roll Charisma with disadvantage, and I think you get it. What's your proficiency? You add your proficiency to the roll.
4.
Okay, so you're gonna roll Charisma with disadvantage and add 4 to the result. Not a save, but
sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because it's I think it's plus 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flinty, Ganondorf flips open his non-gauntleted hand, and you see like sparks sputtering from it. They seem really weak. And you feel like you hear one of the Umber hands say, "Further sedation is necessary." And they turn to you and say, Flinty, they turn to Flinty and hand you a syringe. Would you do the honors?
I haven't done this before. Where do I put this exactly?
They point you towards a spot in his thigh.
Oh.
Are any of them within? Like, are they in front, or is it just Flinty that comes in sight?
You have no idea. Because you can't see.
I know, but do I have anybody standing in front of me?
I feel like, you hear voices from in front of you, I guess. Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'll whisper in Ganondorf's ear, like, sorry, make it up to you later. And I'll stick him with the needle.
Oh my god.
Alright, Ganondorf's gonna have like double disadvantage or something.
It's funny because I just told Dynasty, I was like, this fucking psycho's gonna stab me with a needle.
Gotta play the psychopath.
Isarya, what did you want to do?
I wanted to dominate person.
Okay. If you can cast that with disadvantage, I will let you do so.
Does dominate person require?
Verbal and somatic. Okay. I guess, how does this work? Maybe we'll just give them advantage on the save? I guess, yeah. Wisdom save. Alright, where are my Umbra hands? I have them somewhere. All right, let's do advantage on a wisdom save.
How many upper hands
okay.
are there?
You have no idea, but a good amount.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Is there something else in their text? Keep talking.
Let's see. What can I do? If they fail to save, I can tell them. I have to specify a simple and general course of action. So
Right.
it'd be like, free us. Something
Okay.
along that effect.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. This is actually great because lore stuff coming. You find yourself in the mind of this Umbra hand, and something pushes back.
Curious. I don't believe you belong here.
And you feel your control wrested away from you.
Oh my god.
You see, Umbra hands have a interesting resistance to mentally affecting spells for a reason that maybe you will discover. Was that roll?
Repressed agitation.
I mean, you weren't raged.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
So, okay. Let's cut back to the corridors. As soon as Bondrewd says it's to Nanachi, Nanachi just starts sprinting and bangs on the door of everybody else. That's going to be Wheelie, Galadriel, and Eragon.
What is it? I was taking
We have to go.
What?
He has your friends. We have to go.
Who's he? Doyle?
Just follow me.
Okay.
Doyle.
Okay.
Ganondorf and Isarya's rooms are empty.
In my room.
Yeah, that's a little
Yes, and Flinty. Nanachi leads you down the corridor and runs and turns towards that stairwell. And stops momentarily. Okay, I can see the curse. Just pay attention to where I go. And dashes down the steps.
All right, we follow.
Yeah.
We cut back to the operating room. Flinty, you see an Umbra hand pull a contraption down from the ceiling. It looks like... What?
I said I'm getting pissed.
On Ganondorf's side, it looks like a rectangular box with a small aperture. This aperture has like a red insert. And they flip a switch, and you hear a whirring sound as this light gets brighter. And if you imagine like a blowtorch, it's kind of like actually, I'll just say, back when Mitty talked to you, or back when Nanachi talked to you about experiments done to Mitty and her Mitty's immortality, Bondrewd mentioned using this thing called Sparagmos. And you would like to rage. Okay. Sure.
Sure.
You're sedated. Yeah, I'm trying to... You're doubly sedated. Actually, no, because Flinty stabbed you. I don't think there's any way you can muster up the willpower to do that.
Rage
And
for
so
you without the perks.
A thin beam of concentrated fire extends. It's a lightsaber, pretty much, almost. And they start dragging it to Ganondorf, your gauntleted hand. And everybody in the room hears a really high-pitched sound as it is slowly and painfully dragged through that arm.
I'm still conscious, right?
Barely.
Okay, can I try... I don't know, how does it work communicating with, like, the Slaughter Sage?
Just go for it, bud.
I'm going to talk to my subconscious slaughter sage and say, hey man, anytime if you want to get me out of this, do something. You can take over. Abracadabra, whatever the magic word is. Get me the fuck out of here.
Is this?
Someone's trying to cut my arm off. You wanna help me?
This weakness that pervades your body.
My my bard friend stabbed me with a fucking needle, so I guess I got poisoned. I don't
Here
know.
is what happens. Ganondorf, your good hand unfurls, and a single Eldritch Blast shoots forward and impales an Umbra hand. Before the Slaughter Sage's voice is completely lost and you fall unconscious.
Dang.
So that's
And
what's inside.
And your arm, your gauntleted arm is severed. And your left arm? So, by the way, you are going to lose your gauntlet abilities.
No.
Because it's just gone.
God damn.
And your left arm starts like cracking and shattering because that's what happens when the gauntlet's removed. Your burn symptoms manifest, although you are unconscious, so you don't feel it. And Flinty, you see this arm is placed onto a tray and dropped into some formaldehyde, some preservatives. Around the same time, something happens on Isarya's side. Isarya, do you want to call out to a higher power or speak to the dragon within, or I don't.
Kind of like Kamehameha, you know, like. God, I don't know if I have the ability to do anything. Let me see.
I will say, Flinty, an Umbra hand died. They don't really seem to like be reacting like, oh my gosh, what's going on? We're freaking out. They just turn a little bit and just keep going.
Get us out of here, Flinty!
Oh, the Eldritch Blast actually killed an Umbra hand?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not representative of normal Umbra hand strength, but I think for narrative effect, it works. It's nice. Let's just say it was a very powerful last-ditch effort by the Slaughter Sage.
I see.
I want to try to... God, I just don't know if I can. I want to try to... If I can Firebolt, Scorching Ray, something at whatever is coming close to me.
I love this idea of Isarya just blasting spells. Go ahead and... Let's go ahead and roll a spell. So this is going to be Charisma plus Proficiency. Go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
Charisma plus Proficiency. Okay.
Yes.
Disadvantage.
For future reference, whenever I say spell casting ability check, it's going to be your... So for you, it's Charisma. For other people, it's different. Yeah, plus Proficiency. Okay, a 21, I think? Because I think your Proficiency is plus 4. Yeah, I think you can probably cast a Scorching Ray. I like this imagery, actually. So go ahead and take away a spell slot for Scorching Ray. A similar thing comes down. It's being aimed at Isarya's chest. And, okay, hold on. This is great. You blast Scorching Rays, which, yeah, no, I mean, I think I have to. It destroys this contraption, and the Umbra hands are, they're just like, oh, just a minor inconvenience, but they have to start like sort of moving it away and getting a new one. And at this point, Nanachi and your friends run in. Nanachi leaps onto the operating table and throws off the blindfolds both of you have on. Eragon, Galadriel, Wheelie, what do you three do?
I guess
You see Ganondorf and Isarya sitting naked in these chairs. Flinty's just like chilling there, I guess.
Okay, wait, why are they naked? Someone tell me?
Here.
Flinty, why does Ganondorf have no eye?
Because
They
Flinty fucking poisoned him.
They wanted to see what's inside. Also, I mean,
listen, I think we should focus on getting them out of here first.
Okay, wait.
Where's
So,
Conjured?
okay, wait. So they're stuck. Okay. They're stuck. What do we do?
Flinty, killing them.
Can I try to perceive like what their binds are like?
They're metal.
Metal. Okay.
It is a time-sensitive situation.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying.
Okay. I'll just.
First reaction.
Yeah.
Come on. What do you do?
Okay. I'm just gonna. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna polymorph them into an ant, one by one.
Of course you do. Okay. Who? Ganondorf and Isarya?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's concentration, so I'm just gonna do it one at a time. But that should like.
Well, you can only
Freedom.
cast it once. Then you can't concentrate on 2 spells at the same time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was gonna make one an ant, turn them back, and they should be.
Oh,
free.
okay, yeah, no, I see. That totally
There's
works.
two
Okay,
spell slots. Okay, yeah.
yeah. Okay, no, I like that. Galadriel, Wheelie, what are you doing?
I'm going to
Grab. No, never mind.
you cast a lesser restoration.
I like that. Yeah, on Ganondorf.
On
Okay.
Ganondorf, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as he demorphs from ant, his arm is still gone. It's very gone. You cast it, and I don't know if it's bleeding or not.
He was poisoned.
Oh, that's
So I'm,
very
like,
true.
Taking the
Okay,
poison away from him.
I see. I did not know that's what it did.
Oh,
Okay,
I tried to link it. I clicked it, and it didn't.
I believe you. Ganondorf, good news. You are no longer sedated. Bad news. It hurts a real bad. Real bad.
I would like to rage.
Okay. Yes. Completely naked. I love it.
Yes, I am raging.
Yes.
Oh my god.
In more ways than one.
Okay, what do you do when raged? I just want to say, I'm not putting you in initiative because there's like a lot of Umbra hands.
I'm gonna look for Ganondorf and Isarya's stuff.
My
okay.
fucking egg.
Yeah, you run back out. So in their rooms, their stuff was still there. It wasn't touched. And you run back. Isarya, if you can, just like slur your words a little bit because you're drugged up. Yeah, actually, do you want to? So Ganondorf says, like, I want my fucking arm. Actually, since you're raged, you can do that yourself, but Wheeler can definitely go try to get it if he wants.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I thought there was like the stuff back out here.
Well, I mean, his arm is in the room because they just cut it off.
Well, I just grabbed the arm, so.
The what?
Well, I just grabbed the arm.
You'll let them. I mean, they're not, okay. They're not scrapping it. It's just in the room. They're just in like a bottle.
No, he's grabbing the arm.
Grab the arm.
Oh, sorry. I heard scrap for some reason. Okay.
I had to put it back on.
Yeah, I heard scrappy. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check with advantage. These Umbra hands are moving kind of sluggishly. I want to say when Nanashi like threw off these blindfolds and Eragon, you did the whole ant thing. They didn't really like try to stop you, if that makes any sense. They just kind of like watched, and they're like, it's kind of like, I don't know, you're not sure if it's because you're high on adrenaline or whatever, but their movements seem really slow. Yeah, you grab the arm out of this like liquid, and the container spills over onto the ground, and you dash back towards the rooms and grab their stuff. Nanashi, we have to go. Come on.
Wait, where's Bondru? Wasn't he going to talk to you?
If you want to stay, you can, but we're leaving.
Let's
You should
go.
Got my arm.
I'm gonna fucking push past Flinty on my way out.
Yeah, stumbling a little bit, I would
Just gonna,
imagine.
elbow checker as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Being a little sedated.
All right, I'll
Um,
head towards the stairs, but
Okay, yeah. As you guys run up this, does anybody help Isarya? Because I don't think she can walk straight at all.
I'll help her.
Let the dice be the judge.
Oh.
All right. Constitution saving throw, please.
Disadvantage still?
Yeah, definitely. you trip on some stairs and bang your head a little bit on it.
Oh, sorry, I helped her out. Can I also cast Lesser Restoration?
Yes, you absolutely can. Of course, you do that. And Isarya, that sedative is out of your system now.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And I want my shit. I want my egg. I want Humphreys.
Naked and cold, you guys run back. Nanachi, Humphrey's right here, but we need to go. And you guys, what do you do? Do you stay? Do you run? Do you leave Edofront?
I'm staying. I want to figure out what the plan was.
I'm gonna throw my stuff at Ganondorf and Isarya.
What?
Yeah, it's your stuff.
Oh, our stuff.
I'm gonna
Get dressed
real quick and then get all my gear back on, and I guess put my arm into my bag of holding.
I guess, yeah.
Or my backpack, one of them.
Actually, let's do this. For extra flavor, how about this? Because that goblin's been on you for a while. Your arm is really, really fragile, and bits and pieces of it are just coming off. Like you're crushing a piece of completely burnt wood.
What am I supposed to do with an arm?
Take a potion.
Oh yeah, that'll fix that.
Nanachi wants to leave. What are you guys gonna do? I'm gonna
confront Bondru, honestly. What the fuck was that?
Pushka's not safe. We need to go. We need to go to her as well.
You guys are gonna die!
Pushka?
Ganondorf just lost his fucking arm because of him. Can we just go? We'll reset, figure out what the fuck's going on, and then we can come back.
Flinty, you're staying?
Yeah, I'll stay. I don't think I have any bad blood with Bondru, so.
Oh, God.
We're gonna kill you, I guess.
Yeah, worst case, I die, which, all life comes to an end, so it's whatever.
God, can someone just sedate her and take her?
Hey, regardless, she can stay as all as I care. Listen, remember those stairs at the front? If we go down that, we're gonna be hit with the curse. Does anybody know of an alternate route?
I found a route to ships. There's only
take us there.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay.
All right.
I'll follow Wheelie.
Wheelie takes the charge, and you all start, full on sprinting towards these docks. There are two Umberhand that are just kind of there.
I punched one.
You just straight up punch one? Yeah, make a strength check with advantage. They were not expecting this. Wow, that's pretty sad. No, they're not on a boat. They're just on the docks, just kind of chilling. They don't seem.
Right in the water.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they really expect what's happening. Willie, you punched one, and he's he just kind of just goes toppling over the docks. You don't knock him out or anything, but he's just in the water. And you hear him hold up to his headset. We have some trouble on the docks. And He starts swimming back towards just a ladder. The other one goes flying into the water, and you all jump onto a boat and just go. Okay. I guess this is going to be interesting. You guys have escaped, so good job. That being said, we'll hop back.
Escape? Did I
You
escape?
did, yes. No, you did not. You're still there. We'll get to that in a moment.
We're missing
So-
a cleric.
Yeah, I mean, Pog, Odin, they just exist in a weird limbo state, but once you guys are sufficiently far away enough and let out a sigh of relief, who was the first to break the silence and the tension?
I guess Flinty really betrayed us. Probably have to... I don't know.
Flinty injected him with shit.
And Flinty was like trying to stop us from escaping, so...
I mean, strictly speaking, she didn't do that, but I don't really know what... She gives me the creeps. Reminds me too much of Bondrewd. Nanachi is missing that pendant.
Wait,
What?
where's your pendant?
Oh no.
I don't... He's gonna come for us, you know.
How did he take your pendant?
I guess I just was careless.
Probably the same way he drugged us.
I was too focused on telling him that I was gonna stay, and then I find out about this, and shit, I messed up. We need to think of a plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. We need to get Flinty back too.
He betrayed us.
It's not the first time.
Then how do you deal with... What?
She's still part of Ballers and Bagpipes, and we still...
She tried to kill you two.
Wait, so like, what exactly happened? Like, we just came in and saw you guys naked in like a...
Naked and
like,
afraid.
Yeah.
I don't know,
So-
we woke up... Well, I did.
We just woke up on the metal table. We were covered with a tarp over us, and the Umber Hands pulled it off, and Flinty was there with all the Umber Hands.
Man, we should have kept watch multiple nights, I suppose.
You should have. That was
Oh.
the DM speaking, not Nanachi.
Fucker.
Let your guard down, huh?
Oh my god, now we're gonna lose a leg next time.
I know it's hard, but we shouldn't spend time thinking about how we messed up and more about what comes next.
What about
Bondrewd's
the
gonna come
Ganondorf's
for us.
arm?
Do you know why we may have been strapped to those tables, Nanachi? And why us?
I had a feeling, but both of you have something inside of you, don't you?
A heart?
Yes.
An entity, or whatever those things are called.
A deity?
Deity.
I just... So the thing about the creatures of the abyss and the blessings of the abyss, do you remember fighting those orb piercers?
Yeah.
The ones that poisoned you.
Hmm?
Do you remember how it almost seemed like they could read your thoughts?
That was scary.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's... I mean, I can kind of do the same thing. It's part of this blessing, I guess, but... Creatures of the Abyss and those with these abilities can sense, I guess, consciousness, if that makes any sense. Kind of like a sixth sense. I mean, I'm sure animals where you come from have something similar, but it's very visceral for me, and when I saw both of you the first time, both of you had two distinct types of consciousness. I didn't say anything because I wasn't really sure if it was just some surface dweller thing, but if I had to guess, that's probably what Bonju was after.
Yeah, well, too fucking bad. You can't have it.
Snooze, you lose, nerd. Sucks.
Is your arm
Oh.
healing, Ganondorf? I'm looking at his petrified oak arm.
I
Does
fucking
anybody
feel
have
it.
anything that can grow back a...
Grow an arm real quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
slowly, not real quick.
So this is kind of weird. Out of character, I guess. So
yeah.
I don't have any one-handed weapon.
Yeah, you do. Your Sword of Sharpness.
I thought it was a two-handed sword because that's what Armil had. It was a two-handed sword.
It's versatile. No, you can wield it two-handed, but it's just like a longsword or something.
Oh.
If it is two-handed, you've been using. If it was two-handed, you've been using the wrong damage numbers this entire time.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Then, okay. I was really concerned. I was like, Jesus Christ! I don't even have a single one-handed weapon in here.
You do. Your Sword of Sharpness is one-handed. I mean, even if you didn't, somebody in the party probably has something they could have given you.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to my stone of.
His hand is attached to his gauntlet in the jar. He's a stump right now.
So yes, that's correct. His arm is gone. Although it's not gone. It's in his bag, slowly disintegrating.
This is me. It's not making fun of it. I'll put my arm.
You cut my arm off.
An arm.
I've had worse.
I'm gonna talk to my stone of first speech to Flinty. I'm just like, Flinty, why were you trying to kill Ganondorf and Isarya?
I wasn't trying to kill them, actually. What did you expect me to do? I'm 3 foot tall.
Yeah, how'd she even reach
The
us on
logical-
the table?
Can't you stop? Can't you stop time and freedom?
Oh, yeah.
Got all about
That's a good idea. I forgot to do that.
Oh, God.
But it's okay. I have some friends here. I think we can work something out.
Lindsay, love it.
Flinty, I'm giving you one chance to help us when they come to us. If
Okay.
that doesn't happen,
All right.
okay,
What's
just gonna kill
important
you.
for you guys? Is it the lives, your lives, or fulfilling this mission?
I mean, it's fulfilling our mission and also saving our lives. I just don't know why you had to kill us at the last minute.
I didn't kill anyone. You guys are still alive, right?
Try to kill us.
I didn't try to kill anyone. It was just a little drug to help you sleep.
I'm pretty sure I saw coming onto Isarya's chest. I'm the most stupidest person in this group, and I know that can kill her.
It wasn't me. It was the 100 Umber Hands that were around. Did you see them?
I mean, they did that shit, so to be honest, you probably
Flinty-
could have
are arguing
Defeated.
into this Stone of Far speech, and Nanachi turns to the rest of you. I have a really bad idea.
Let's hear it.
We've had nothing but bad ideas.
Do you remember those stinger heads from earlier?
Fuck no.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not fighting them.
No, I wasn't suggesting that. So they're usually pretty docile, except for the two we saw. And I guess without the pendant, Bondrewd knows where I am.
And Flinty knows where I am because I have the ring of tracking, so...
Is that
Wait,
still
what?
attuned? Have you still been... I don't think they're attuned to that
No.
anymore. Yeah.
I thought it was an attunement thing?
Yes, it definitely was.
Oh, never mind then.
If... I mean, I know this sounds weird, but I don't think he was trying to kill you.
Of course he wasn't. I don't know if I can still hear.
you just shout over it on speakerphone.
I just, like, turn it off.
I just call someone else and I open the line.
if we go either to the nest or in it or whatever, and I'm very confident the stinger heads will leave us alone.
But what
And
about the
when-
rabbit ones?
We'll have to figure out a way past that, but I'm just trying to think what thing could possibly stop or kill Bondrewd on this level, and I mean, if you guys are afraid of stinger heads, then they're our best shot, probably. It doesn't have to be all of us. Like, it can just be me and someone else. I don't know, Ganondorf or something. And we can just sort of park ourselves inside. And when they come, maybe the rest of you, like, set off something to make the stinger heads really mad.
Like
I
a
don't
loud
know.
sound?
Loud sounds or an explosion. I don't know, just something to get them agitated. And in terms of us getting out of there, Ganondorf, I actually nabbed a little something on our way out. And Nanachi pulls out a robotic-looking arm.
Robotic-looking arm.
Robotic arm. Why did I say looking? Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't, like, insert. It has, like, a harness which you can sort of drape over your body. I was sort of quick thinking, but you want to try it out?
It's like a arm that's like a shoulder, like attached to like a shoulder strap type thing. Like it's
Yeah,
a
kind of.
harness arm or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
It has like a socket for your stump, kind of. Jax Briggs arms? I need to search that up.
Mortal Kombat.
What is that? Oh, that's why I don't know about it. Oh, wait, no, that guy. I mean, I kind of, I guess. It just has like straps that go over your torso that keep them on. They're not like implanted or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I need 2 arms. I would like to have 2 arms.
You put it on. You don't feel anything because it's not like part of your nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's something pretty cool about this. Do you see that tree over there? It's like 30 feet out. Think really hard about punching it.
I'm thinking really hard
Here's
about punching.
Odin's rail splitter.
You raise your new arm and it blasts forward. There's like a large metal cord that is just streaming out of this little canister. And you just punch the tree, this dead tree. And you retract your arm, which like a measuring tape when you let it go and it's really satisfying. It just goes like it's like that. Pretty neat. Huh?
How long's the arm?
It's like roughly 40 feet.
A 40-foot long extending arm.
Yep.
Do-do-do-do-do.
So is it like out of character? Is it like a weapon, or is it just like an arm that extends?
I mean, it can be used for punching.
Okay.
For like the normal 1d4 plus whatever.
Yeah, an unarmed attack or whatever. I mean,
it's just an arm that can extend 40 feet. Also, you lose the +1 AC bonus from the gauntlet. Just checking to make sure you updated that.
No, I haven't yet. I haven't. Not yet.
Haven't come to terms.
So I mean, does it function like a regular hand though? I can pick stuff up with it and grab stuff with it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have disadvantage on dex checks with that arm, like any skills relating. But your sword handling is fine.
Okay.
You can't feel anything, so I don't think you could really effectively do like, at the moment at least, because you just got it. I don't think you could do like a real sleight of hand or sneaky stuff or tricks or whatever.
Okay.
Maybe if you get accustomed to it, it'll change. But in the meantime,
isn't it like an attunable item or no?
Yes, it is. I think I mean, yeah, I think you would have to be like mentally connected to it.
That's okay. That's fine because Gauntlet was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an extended range punch arm. Thanks, Chief, for swiping this.
It's not. I know it's not exactly the same, but I figured it's better than not having an arm.
Arm for an arm. I'll take it. Thank you.
That's how the saying goes. Listen, I know what I said was a stupid idea, but does anybody else have anything other suggestions?
I'm down. Down for that plan.
How are we gonna escape from the stinger heads?
You don't have to be in there. It can just be like, I mean, now if Ganondorf with his little grappling hook, he could like shoot us out of there or something. But we don't all have to be in there, just the ones that Bonjoud's interested in. And really, even then, it can just, I think he cares more about me, but I'd be safer if somebody else were there too. And Ganondorf or Isarya could be nice, bait, I guess.
Well, Ganondorf can fly, so I suppose that's something.
To answer your question, Ganondorf, you still have a good arm.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying.
Gotcha.
Are you guys moving forward with this plan?
Yeah, I am.
I don't want to railroad. It's just I have suggestions in case you guys thought of nothing. So
I am okay with wrangling some stinger heads.
I mean, you don't have to. Just to be clear, we are not. I mean,
wranglers.
Yes, kind of. I guess.
We're fifth layer wranglers
We
now.
are distracting them and then running towards and then locking them in somehow.
Yeah, well, it's not that. It's just Ganondorf and I will be in the nest. And when Bonjoud and his retinue come for us, one of you just really piss off the stinger heads. I don't care how. And we'll leave, and they'll aggro on whatever's attacking on these intruders in their nest, if that makes any sense.
He's gonna come for us, though. He's gonna come for Isarya, too. Right?
Right, but he can't see her. He can only see, I guess, through me?
Oh.
Right? So he knows where I am.
So once this plan goes through, should they survive, we should blindfold you just in case so they can't find us. After we set off the trap.
I'm okay with that.
Or you can just close. You could just close your eyes. So
I'll blind mode myself. Closing my eyes for a while would be uncomfortable.
Well, we should blindfold her now then.
I guess, but don't we want him to come to us?
Oh, yeah.
Once we're in the cave, though, we don't want him to know where we're at before then.
That's true. Okay. No, that makes
we
sense.
shouldn't even be having this conversation with your eyes open.
As far as I can figure, he didn't know your names, right? When you first met him?
Not when we first met him, but we all introduced ourselves to him.
So, if he didn't know your names, that means he couldn't... Oh, that's true, you weren't there, but that means he couldn't hear through me, if that's the case.
So he can only see.
Makes sense, I guess.
Unless he was playing dumb, but again, he's not the kind of guy to lie.
But you can only see through your eyes, you can't hear through you as well. Okay.
Right.
I guess we'll just blindfold you for now. Just have to... I guess you can ride on my back or something, or...
Yeah, let's do that.
Be my little Yoda.
What is a Yoda?
Yeah, what is a Yoda?
What's a Yoda?
It's like a little animal, kind of like you. Came out weird. Probably like an animal.
Wow, did you just call him?
Like,
He went there. He went
like
there.
My little, my master. Call you that.
So, I have updated the map. This was sort of talking in the B&B Discord and also talking with Jarius specifically. So, I'm going to be a lot more intentional about the objects I place. I encourage you to use them strategically. As you can see, there are some pitfalls. There's some cover. The nest is the top right cave. I don't have a map for the cave specifically because if we do spend time in there, then we can talk about it. But you guys boat and very cautiously listen and watch for any ravenous stinger heads roaming around. And seeing none, actually, can I take the blindfold off now? Or should I?
I think
Yeah,
we should
sure.
wait till we get to the nest, shouldn't we?
I guess. It can't. So ritual spells. I don't believe there are any spells that are strictly rituals. Ritual is like a modifier for casting a spell, which is basically instead of spending a spell slot, you spend, 10 minutes channeling it or something? I don't believe any spells are strictly rituals.
So, I think you're right, but for me, I get those two spells as a ritual only.
Yes, because you're Barbarian.
Right.
Barbarians don't have spell slots, so they can only have ritual spells. So for Barbarians it is, but I think in general it's not. Okay, so you guys, I guess everybody except for Ganondorf and Nanachi find a strategic position outside of the cave? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I hide in the bones or something? I don't know how big.
No, absolutely. Yeah, they should be approximately. So you guys take up less than a 5-foot square. So if it's bigger than you, then it's bigger than you on the map. I'm gonna try really hard to be intentional about the sizes of things and where I place them. Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check with a lot of advantage. I don't know, a lot of it. Just make one advantage just to keep it simple. I'm pretty sure you'll roll high enough anyways. Yeah, 20. Yeah, crit. All right, 33. I don't know who's gonna beat a 33. You're hidden. And Ganondorf and Nanachi. Ganondorf, you guys carry Nanachi inside. And you sort of inside. So what it looks like is that there's sort of a large aperture at the ceiling. There's a large opening, and the sides of it are constructed out of random materials: rocks, stones, branches, skeleton bones, just a bunch of random things. And there's small dens along the side where you can hear quiet chittering. Nothing dives for you. But you hear they're in there and they're just sort of looking.
kind of like how a Black Widow they're pretty passive, right? But if they detect a threat, they'll try and fight it off.
Oh, do they like see in the dark, or are we like kind of concealed? I mean, I know they notice us, but can they like see us, or do they just hear us?
I don't know if you know their senses. I don't know if I can tell you that.
Okay.
You can try casting an, I don't know, nature check?
Can I be in this hole? Is this a hole?
Yeah, those are holes. It's pretty deep, but if you climb down there, I'm okay with it. Okay, I also want to say, Eragon, those holes were made by the burrowing stingerheads. So it's kind of up to you if you want to stick in them. There's nothing in there right now. I'm just letting you know.
I'm gonna hide behind this rock. Right.
If you guys want to hide, go ahead and make some stealth checks with advantage, because like literally nobody's here. Let me check these stinger heads real quick. With that check, you're gonna learn some stuff about them. They have blind sight, which means that regardless of lighting conditions, they can see within a 60-foot radius.
Oh, cool. Okay, so they can see what I can see then.
Yeah, they can see even maybe more than what you can see. It's like thermal vision almost.
Dude. Does Nanachi, can you see in here?
I mean, not with this blindfold on, but...
Oh, well, let me take that off. Sorry.
Okay, then yes, I can. Blind sight is different than dark vision, because that's like extended dark vision. Blind sight is that like even if they're like blinded, if you take out their eyes, they can sense you. If that makes any sense.
Oh, gotcha. Kind of like.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
I
guess I'll try to just move with Nanachi into the cave some, like kind of deep into the cave, but like.
Yeah, you find like a little. I mean, they're not anywhere near you. They're just in their burrows. As soon as you enter, they scurried back to their burrows. And you find like a little like small trench that's sort of facing away from the entrance, and maybe that's a good spot. We could just sort of dive down there, and at least they won't be able to catch us with any ranged attacks or anything.
I think this is a good spot.
Okay. And so you guys wait.
I'm gonna like talk to Flinty one last time.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Flinty in a moment, actually.
If we're just waiting, I'm gonna meditate for as a short rest. I mean, actually, it doesn't really matter. I have everything. Never mind. Come on.
Go ahead and talk to Flinty.
Flinty, what are they doing?
What are they doing? I don't know.
I guess we're getting to that in a moment, right? Because
Can I investigate one of the dead Umbra hands?
Yeah, sure. There's only one. The one that was like Eldritch cannoned.
Yeah. I want to see if I can figure anything out about like whether they were alive or how they were being controlled.
Yeah, you don't. I'll give you some things, because some things you don't have to roll for it. You take off the helmet, because all of them are those helmets. It is a human person. They look normal, except they're dead now. If you want to figure out how they're being like the hypnotism control thing,
see if they're wearing anything that might, like any magic items. I don't know.
No magic items. This one had. I mean, in the surgical room, I wouldn't think they had anything. Maybe this guy had like a wallet with a picture of his wife and kids or something.
Family man.
I don't think they would have anything on them in the surgical room. If you want to try and figure out what was going on, you can go ahead and roll. That's why I was wondering if this should be an Arcana check, because like I guess it can be an Arcana check. I don't really know what else it would be. Yeah, no idea. You don't really know what's going on with them.
No idea.
I will say this though, Isarya, are you back? Are you still? Okay. When you cast that Dominate Person and felt something push you out, it sounded like Bondrewd.
I thought it did.
So, make of that what you will. Okay. And you guys wait.
I mean, I'm still talking to Flinty. I haven't.
Oh, yes, you are. Yeah. Okay, you can talk. Oh, right. Actually, I forgot. I'll give this to you. This is what you hear. Flinty, you leave your Stone of Far Speech on, I don't know, speaker. Like, you mute it, but you leave it on. And Bondrude walks into the room. It's been, like, literally maybe 5 minutes past a quarter. So it's like, I guess it's like 6:20 now in the morning.
Well, that was fast. We escaped in like less than 5 minutes.
I mean, if you think about it, that's like that makes sense, right? You guys just got out of there, and you scouted out ahead. You knew exactly where you were going. Oh, sorry. The timeline, you would definitely have not reached the Stingerhead Nest in 5 minutes. Weird amorphous time. I would imagine you're probably still on the boat towards your location. But, right. That takes longer to get to the Stingerhead Nest.
Well, it seems we had a bit of a situation.
Yeah, what was that about?
You tell me.
Why did you take Isarya and Ganondorf?
Oh, that. Well, they simply had something inside of them and I wished to observe. That was all.
That's interesting, because yesterday we were asking you if there was something that you wanted, and you said there was nothing.
Well, I said that all I wanted has been delivered to me, didn't I?
Ah, I see. Delivered to you, but obviously you failed on that mission, didn't you? They're now somewhere else. I mean, maybe if you could have negotiated, we could have both met what we needed.
Perhaps. Although...
Listen, we're both trying to save the world here, right? I would love to help in my group as well with holding back the abyss, and we have reasons for Star Metal. Seems like our goals are aligned. Why would you break our trust?
I thought it was pretty explicit.
No. Please elaborate.
There was no trust.
Interesting.
I didn't trust any of you. It was simply a gesture of goodwill to invite you here, but I think you would be sorely mistaken if I placed any bit of trust in you.
Interesting. That's an interesting way to navigate life, and I guess your perspective is different from mine in terms of interpersonal relationships.
It would seem so. Well, regardless of our motives, I'm sure both of us would like to see your friends again.
I suppose.
Would you care to join me on an expedition?
Depends. Can I trust you?
You absolutely cannot. But do you think you can make it there by yourself?
What if I stay behind at Edofront?
Fine
would
by me.
Would you trust me?
I would not, but I have enough people here to keep watch.
Speaking of people to keep watch, what's up with those Umberhands?
What of it?
They didn't seem like they were themselves.
Well, did you know any of them personally? I am, of course, being pedantic, but you saw quite rightly.
I know how people should act, and that's definitely not normal, so how are you controlling them?
Control is a strong word. Let me be clear. These Umbra hands are here of their own accord. They are here willingly. And how should I put this? They have allowed a part of my consciousness to be implanted in them. It is not active at all times. In fact, I can change at will. And so, for the majority of their time here, they are in control of themselves. But you can see now that In the same way that I do not trust any of you, well, the only one you can truly trust is yourself.
So the Umberhands know, like, are willing when they relinquish their control to you?
Absolutely.
I wonder what their motivation is in staying here.
That will have to be a conversation with you and them. As a matter of fact, in this current moment, at least the ones in this room are not... I do not like the word control, but I suppose no other word can adequately describe what this experience is. But at the moment, none of them in this room are under my control.
Okay, I'm gonna point to the dead one and be like, did you guys know this man?
Oh man, oh man. Man, we used to play cards together. He was a funny one, that one.
What just happened here? I'm gonna ask the Umberhands, see if they remember.
Oh yeah, no, we saw it all.
Oh.
It was pretty intense. Suffered some losses, but such is the nature of the work we do. I don't know why I talk like this.
What is the work you do?
Well,
just whatever he tells you to do?
Pretty much.
This looks like he had a wife and kids. I'm gonna hold up the photo.
Yeah, he did. He talked a lot about them.
Oh, are they still alive?
Christy and Noel. Probably.
Huh.
One of us is gonna have to go up there and let them know.
Oh, you guys go up there often, huh? Back to your family?
Not all of us, but some of us who need to run to the surface, do some errands.
What a strange life you guys live down here. What's the appeal?
Boundry's a man of the future.
I can agree with that.
That's all the appeal you need. I mean, how often are you offered a once-in-a-lifetime chance to work with one of the greatest minds in this current era?
That's true. Okay, then.
We will be setting out shortly. If you wish to stay, you can.
What about Prishka?
It is not safe for her.
So she'll stay behind.
She will stay. I will leave Spec to care for her.
Okay.
And Bonju leaves and begins preparations. During this time, you definitely see Prishka begging Bonju to go, and he's like, "It's not safe." And she looks really disappointed. And Bonju leaves, and then we have this waiting time for when they get to the Stinger Head nest. What's your intention with staying behind, if any? I'm just curious.
I want to observe how things are operated, like if any of the Umberhands, what the Underhands are doing.
Okay.
If any of them are being controlled while he's away.
Yeah.
See if I can find the place where he's like watching.
People
Nanachi.
from watching Nanachi. Oh, okay.
And working with Spec because he thinks I saved his life.
That's true. That's true.
So I guess Prishka would be with you regardless.
Yeah, and hang out with Prishka and maybe like using her as a bargaining chip at some later point.
Let's keep going with this then. I like this a lot. Go ahead and roll a stealth check. This will determine your finding out how like he observes people. Thing.
Oh.
Wow. Man, I don't really know how. That's real bad. You step on a stray can, and it's just like,
What the heck? I
And,
thought there was no kitchen here.
actually, that's I mean, it's not like a soda can. It's just like a canister, aluminum canister. You caught me on that one. You're a spry one. And you are barred from further exploration.
It's unfortunate.
Let's cut to this conversation with you, Spec, and Prishka. Oh, you're here too? Papa wouldn't let
Yep.
me go.
Spec, did you hear what happened down there?
I was informed.
You know, that wasn't very nice. Taking 2 of our party members and trying to dissect them?
I suppose, but science cannot be limited by emotions.
But what's the rationale when things like this can be negotiated and perhaps with a better outcome, such as them not, running away?
I do not purport to fully understand Bondrud's intentions, but I don't have a good answer for you, I suppose.
Prishka, did you hear what happened?
Papa just said he needed to go get some things.
Papa, he tried to hurt 2 of my friends.
I don't think Papa would do that. And
I think he did.
If he did, he must have had a good reason.
How do you feel about that?
What is it, that thing that kids do where, like, you give them 2 contradicting pieces of evidence? Because here is a young girl who for her entire life has looked up to her father, or to her papa, and is now being told, like, this is what happened. Why don't you roll a persuasion check? Let's do that. Prishka looks conflicted. This is like
Conflicted.
What?
Nothing, it's just the way you said it.
Oh, okay. She looks conflicted. This is like a very different picture you're painting.
Yeah, do you remember what Papa did to the animals? Dissection?
Yeah, I mean, I did some with him sometimes.
Yeah, Papa did that except to Ganondorf and Isarya. And that's why Nanachi told all my other friends and they all ran away.
Well, Papa says when you hurt somebody, you have to apologize, so... Uncle Speck? Can we go? Maybe we have to make sure he does the right thing.
I think that's a good idea. After all, Prishka needs to be a good adventurer. Learn how to be an adventurer. Can I roll
Because
persuasion?
No need. Because you saved my life, I think it would only be fair for me to return a favor. Perhaps we can go against his word just this once. Will you be coming with us, Miss Flinty?
Of course. I wouldn't miss Prishka's first adventure.
Okay. And so you guys, a little while later, set out. Goodbye. Gaida didn't say she was going. Okay, well, I hope everything's alright.
No, she's in the AFK.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, when you don't speak, it just puts you in there.
I guess she's actually AFK, though. She's not moving back. Okay. Well, here's what we can do. I think this is a pretty good stopping point. We can pick up back. I'll put you guys all on the map, but let's say what we end with is Bondrude. So I want to say Flinty, Speck, and Prishka. Yeah, you're a couple of, maybe a quarter mile back, just sort of behind where Bondrude's whole crew is. He brought with him maybe half a dozen Umbra hands, who I will randomize in a moment, although one of them might become Spec. Nope, not Shoe side, random side. Oh, two of them became Spec. That's terrifying. That's fine. And then we will stick.
I was wondering why it was so quiet.
Oh, so you weren't AFK.
You were actually.
No, I was still here.
So to give you some updates, Flinty has persuaded Spec to allow Prishka to go catch up to Bondrude, and she's going to be coming along. Oh, okay.
I heard that part. Yeah, I've been here.
Okay, and then just one more Umbra hand. And that's where we'll... Man, I don't know why I feel like my things are so disorganized. That's where I think we're going to leave... Oh, where's Prishka? Prishka, get in here. Get in here, girl. Copy. And... Pasty. And I need to get her name, too, I suppose. I don't know why it's not there. Prishka. Okay. I believe that's everybody. I guess I'll name Spec 2 while we're at it. Let's call it there. And when we pick up, it'll be with all of this stuff tomorrow. Sound good?
Yep.
Sounds great.
Good. Yeah, sounds good.
Wait, where do we assume Odin's gonna be?
I mean, if he's here, I'll let him decide. Okay. I think at this point it's a little too complicated to figure out, because if he stayed back at Edofront, it's just what happened? So I'll just let him. Yeah.
Maybe he overslept and then came with us.
That's
totally cool.
Cool with doing that.
I mean, we just took him from the room. I mean, it's he can definitely be here. So
yeah, you dragged him along or something.
He rode on Yoshi.
I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put Ganondorf and Nanachi inside this nest. It'll be more theater of the mind, but I believe everybody else is sufficiently hidden. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Great. I'm just checking perception checks just so I have notes to write down on who is seen or not seen. But I believe everybody is good to go. Yep. Okay. We will pick up. Yeah, we'll pick up with this tomorrow. I hope you guys are having fun. It sounded like tonight was... I mean, it sounded like you were having fun, so...
Man,
Definitely.
Manipulation is tougher than fighting.
The first thing
we could just entirely dice rolls, but that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
The first thing we do after we come back from break and Josie strips 2 of our characters.
You asked me to take away things from people more often.
I mean, to be honest, I think Ganondorf needed the nerf, but...
You real here.
He had 5 magic things that are OP.
Yeah. It was mostly the 19 saving throw that was kind of broken. The spells were fine, but the 19 was like
I miss all my spells already.
Listen, it's a narrative thing, guys. Your characters are going through this. Think through that aspect.
Yeah.
It's not just about the nerfs. If it were just about the nerfs, I probably take away Wheely's hour hand because that thing is busted.
Hey, I haven't showed his power, so he doesn't know.
That's true. You haven't shown it off to Bondrewd. Okay. I am going to go sleep. Everybody, have a good night.
Good night,
Good night,
everyone.
guys.
Nice.
Stay warm.
Good night.
Oh my god, I know.
Oh, Vegas